These look like ice cream, but they're actually bubble bars. They create thick, creamy bubbles when you use them in the bathtub. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make bubble bars from scratch using a formula that actually works. This recipe gives you a balance of fluffy bubbles and creamy foam. And yes, you can customize the colors and the shapes however you would like. Okay, so tell me that's not the cutest bubble bar you've ever seen in your entire life. The funny thing is when I started out making this video, I didn't plan on making the ice cream scoop bubble bars. I was originally going to make like a rolled loaf, and then I was gonna cut it up, and the inspiration hit me when I was making it. Maybe I was craving ice cream, I can't be sure, but I think these turned out absolutely adorable. I'm in love with them. Without further ado, let's dive in. Let's learn how to make our homemade bubble bars. I really am obsessed with how these turned out. What we're gonna do is go ahead and grab a mixing container. We're gonna add baking soda, which is what gives this bubble bar the solid texture. SLSA, this is a powdered surfactant and it creates a lot of bubbles. Cream of tartar, this also helps to keep the bubble bar into solid form. Cornstarch, this helps with the texture of the final bar. Kaolin clay, this is used to help harden our bar up a little bit. And SCI, another powdered surfactant that gives a lot of bubbles for a bubble bar. And it's more of like a dense, creamy bubble. And with the powder surfactants, you always want to be very careful because they poof up and they're like lighter than the air. It feels like they're trying to get into your lungs, so maybe wear like a mask or something like that. But whenever I dump it in, I do it really close to the container. And we're gonna gently mix this up. Again, if you do it a little bit crazy, you're gonna wind up with the surfactants poofing up in the air. And we're gonna add propylene glycol. This is the binder that's gonna hold our bar together, and it's gonna reduce cracking of the bar. If you wanted to, you could swap this out for vegetable glycerin. We have cocamidopropyl betaine, which is a liquid surfactant. Sweet almond oil, which is a lightweight oil. This helps to just add a little bit of moisture into our bath after we add all of these bubbles in there, right? We have a lot of surfactants. It's just gonna add a little bit of moisture back into our water. Polysorbate 80 is used to help mix the fragrance oil and the carrier oil into the water so it's not just floating on the top of the tub. And we're gonna mix this all together. It's a very thick mixture. When I'm mixing, I always start out with a spatula, but it's not very long before I'm just in here doing it with my hands. And you're gonna just go ahead, give it a really good mix until it's like a crumbly texture. It's gonna be more of like a cookie dough consistency. It will hold its shape. It's soft and easy to work with. So to create the different colors, what you're gonna wanna do is just go ahead and separate your mixture into the number of colors that you're gonna be using. I'm gonna be using 3, so I separate it into 3 separate bowls. Now for the brown, which is gonna be the chocolate ice cream, and the pink, which is the strawberry ice cream, I use mica powder for the color. For the white, I actually use titanium dioxide, which gives it a very bright, crisp white color. I'm sure there's a white mica powder that you could use. I just didn't have one on hand, so this is what I used to color my white. And you're gonna go ahead and mix that up really well. I found that the more I worked the dough, the stickier it kind of got, so it went from that crumbly cookie consistency to like a wet, I don't know, sticky consistency. So you're better off working as little as you can with the dough than more. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. All I had to do was wash it off my hands, but it did get more sticky the more I worked the bubble bar dough. Now you can make these into whatever shape you'd like. Originally, what I was gonna do was I was gonna roll it out into like a log with some swirls in the middle and kind of cut it. Another idea is if you have a silicone mold, you can simply pop it in there. And on the last minute, I decided to go with the ice cream scoop. It just kind of popped in my head. I don't know if I was craving ice cream or something. Just all of a sudden I was like, nope, change of plans. We're making ice cream bubble bars. For the ice cream scoop, it has to be this one with the lever on the inside in order to create that ice cream look. So you can't just have a regular scoop, it actually has to have this lever. Now, originally, I started out and I made the brown one for the chocolate ice cream, and I was obsessed. And then I went ahead and I made the strawberry ice cream and then the vanilla ice cream. But when I was doing it, I got an idea to make one where all three colors are in one. So I found that if you took the ice cream scoop and if for 1/3 you put the brown, on top of that you put like the strawberry, and then you pack the rest up with the vanilla color, then what you got was you got all three colors into one scoop, and I really thought those looked super, super cool. I did run out of brown, so I had to mix some more up. And I think they turned out even better than I could have expected. I was really proud of these. Now, you're gonna wanna leave these out for 1 to 2 days for them to fully harden. Right now, they are far too soft to be using in the tub, so give it a day or two and these will turn solid. And no video would be complete without a demonstration. So when you're ready to use your bubble bar, you're gonna go ahead and start the tub water. I apologize, I know we're not at the best angle, but I'm working with what I have. And you're gonna crumble a small amount under the running water into the bathtub. Now, you're kind of gonna crumble it in your hand directly under the running water. When you think about it, the reason why you do it like this is because the more water pressure that you get on the surfactants, the more bubbles you're gonna get. So if we just like threw this into the tub, it's not like a liquid that's gonna spread all the way out. You're not gonna get as many bubbles, even though it has a lot of bubble potential. And as you can tell, you get a lot of bubbles. I am absolutely obsessed with this. The key to a good bubble bar is balancing ingredients that create bubbles with ingredients that improve the texture and the structure. That's what's gonna give you fluffy and creamy, foamy bubbles in the tub. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy making and using your bubble bars as much as I did. If you haven't done so already, be sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I do put a link to my blog, which is summerrain.website, down below. So in the post for this, for the solid bubble bars, I do go over all of the ingredients more in depth. I know we're using a lot of ingredients in this recipe and I went over them very quickly. So you probably have some more questions about each of the ingredients, what they do, things like that. You might also be curious about substitutions. So I hate for you to go out and buy an ingredient if it's something that you can easily swap out. A great example is the propylene glycol. Probably not something you have on hand, but that's an easy swap for vegetable glycerin. Just a 1-for-1 swap, you'd be fine. There's a lot of ingredients that we can do simple swaps like that, or you just use more of one. So if you're unsure and if you need some more information, that link is down in the description box down below. I'm obsessed. I am absolutely like, even though I made this and I came up with it and it sounds so silly, I am just so amazed at all of the things, all of the stuff that you can make from scratch in your very own home. And it's really not that difficult to do. So I hope you're having as much fun with these videos as I am.